Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to John D Surprise YouTube channel. I do apologize for not making any videos lately. It's been very hectic, but I've been building up for this day because today starts the NFL season. Yes, I know it's only preseason, but hey, it's NFL season and we love football. Who doesn't love football? And so today I'm gonna give my thoughts on teams, and I'm gonna pick 4 or 5 games, whichever ones I feel, 4 or 5 games, and discuss each team, what I think about it, and stuff, and also give my predictions. So let's jump right into it. So my first game I'm gonna choose is New York Jets versus the New York Giants. The Giants and Jets both came off a horrible season last year. Eli Manning can't do it. He needs to retire. He's old. He's washed up. Sam Darnold, rookie, trying to bounce back. He played well at the end of last season. The whole coaching staff gets fired, brings in new coaching staff. Adam Gates, who did not do well at Miami. Love to see how he does at the Jets. So tonight we all are watching the rookies and stuff. So Daniel Jones is gonna play a lot for the Giants, and I don't think he's a first round draft pick. I do not think. I understand the Giants needed a quarterback because Eli Manning, he's just not that great anymore. He hasn't been for a few years, at least about 6 or 7 years, ever since the last Super Bowl win. So they needed a quarterback, but you haven't really done much on your offensive line, and you barely worked on your defense. So your receiving core is a bust. Most of your receivers are either injured or suspended. Golden Tate, Shepard, they're both the same type of players. You really don't have a deep threat anymore. You lost Odell Beckham to a trade, but you got Kevin Zeitler and Jamil Peppers, is he a safety? Is he a lot? You could place him wherever on defense, really, from a second level back. So I don't think Daniel Jones is a first round draft pick. I do believe the Giants chose him because, well, they have a thing for David Cutcliffe in the Mannings. David Cutcliffe, he coached Peyton and Eli, so that's where they're coming from on that. So I don't think the Giants should have chose Jones at pick 6. Third rounder, yeah, but not first. I don't think he should be rated that high. As for the Jets, Le'Veon Bell, C.J. Mosley, great signings. Anyways, so they're most likely not going to play Sam Darnold. Hopefully he plays and see how well he's improved from last year, even though he played well at the end of the season last year. But we'll see how well he improves. Quentin Williams, who played outstanding in college for Alabama, but in the national championship against Clemson, he did well until he got hurt. So really looking forward to that. That's going to be an interesting game. Adam Gates, can he help Sam Darnold develop? Can Greg Williams get the Jets defense back on track from Rex Ryan days? We'll find out. But noticeably, it's going to not be a great year for either one of these teams. So I'm going to predict this game is going to end in a 20-14 score leading towards the Jets because, well, Barkley is not going to play. You don't want to risk him getting hurt. And if he does play, it's not for long. So 2014 Jets. My second game I want to go into is the Jaguars versus Ravens. John Harbaugh wants to run Lamar Jackson into the ground. He's not a passer, but you want to run him more than 140 times. He's not built like Cam Newton. He cannot do it. So, and you got a full house backfield. You got speedy receivers. If Lamar Jackson can learn how to throw, I think the running game will help him to open up the passing game. And yeah, but the strength of the Ravens is their secondary. Earl Thomas comes over from the Seattle off of a broken leg. Hopefully he redeems himself. Your pass rushers are a little down. You lose Terrell Suggs. You lose a couple of linebackers. One to the Jets, one to Green Bay. Zendarian Smith. So where's your pass rush coming from? That's going to be interesting to find out today and so on. The Jaguars, you got rid of Blake Bortles. It wasn't a great fit. Then you bring over Nick Foles in free agency, who hasn't played a full season. He's only come in for the Phillies quarterback. I can't believe I'm drawing a blank. Carson. Oh, yeah, I don't know why. I'm drawing a blank, but I'm drawing a blank. And he's only, you won a Super Bowl with him because he was injured. So can he really sustain for full 16 games? In the Jaguars defense, you lost one of your best pass rushers the past 2 years. In Dakwe, he's sitting now because he wants to get paid, which rightfully so. About 30 sacks in the last 3 years, averaging 10 sacks a year. I would pay the man. That's your pass rush. That's your defense. Calais Campbell can't do it by himself. You lost Malik Jackson. He went back to the Eagles. So I don't think their defense is going to be that good in the front four. Telvin Smith is out, but supposedly there's a linebacker who's just that fast. I can't remember his name. Jalen Ramsey. Can he be the shutdown corner that he once was? AJ Boykin, can he stay healthy? Rodney Harrison taking over the safety role? Can the Jaguars defense be as good? Can Leonard Fournette keep his emotions in check? We'll find out, but we'll definitely see how the Jaguars do tonight to see if they're back to their old self or if they're back to not playing well or playing us as a hoax. The Ravens are just gonna run, so I'm pretty sure Jaguars are gonna shut that down. But I do believe the Ravens are gonna beat the Jaguars. I'm gonna say 17-10 Ravens. So we'll see how that turns out. My third game is the Cardinals and Chargers. Phillip Rivers not playing. Melvin Gordon's out. You're relying on Austin Aguilar, who did average 5.2 yards last year, so that's good. But he also got hurt. You got Justin Jackson, who did okay his rookie year, but not much touches. Keenan Allen. I'm finally happy to hear that Hunter Henry is back because Rivers and Henry had a good connection 2 years ago, and they definitely missed him. Antonio Gates wasn't Antonio Gates last year. He just wasn't having a great year. Can the Chargers defense stay healthy? We already know Joey Bosa is not playing this whole preseason. Can Derwin James be physical and play like he did last year? Can the Chargers actually go through preseason without losing corners? And that's something to figure out, can they improve from last year? And then you got the Cardinals, got the number 1 draft pick, Kyler Murray, starting, which I'm super looking forward to. I saw him. I didn't really see him. I watched him play, and he's good. He's fast. I think he's faster than Lamar Jackson, in my opinion. He's got an accuracy. He's the first player ever, in my opinion, to be top 10 in both the NFL draft and MLB draft. And can David Johnson be David Johnson of the old? Can he stay healthy? Can he get back to his form self? I don't think he will be a big factor in this new offense by Cliff Kingsbury, who had an under 500 record in college football with Texas Tech. I don't think it's gonna work. Air raiding, you cannot run a college pro air raid scheme in the NFL. The NFL is just too good. Defenses are way better than college. And unless you're Alabama, and then that's an NFL team defensive wise, but even they have holes. But it's just not gonna work. So I don't know how that really gonna work out. Larry Fitzgerald going into another year, he's hopefully he does better. The Cardinals defense, yeah, you get Terrell Suggs and other players. Patrick Peterson there. I think he's suspended for first 4 regular seasons game, but you know he's not going to play preseason. So can the Cardinals really be efficient? Because let's face it, last year you had Josh Rosen and you gave him up in the draft for Kyler Murray, but you didn't have offensive blocking last year, and you probably don't even have it this year. So I don't think Kyler Murray is going to last long. Because the offensive line can't block. So we'll definitely see how that turns out. I am choosing the Chargers to beat the Cardinals tonight. I think it's going to be 24-21 Chargers. I just think the Chargers are a better team. We don't know what to expect from the Cardinals. So that's what I think. The 4th game I'm going to talk about is the Browns versus Redskins. Dwayne Haskins coming back to Ohio after playing for the Buckeyes last year, who threw for 50 touchdowns. Terry McLaurin's his wide receiver mate, who I think is going to help him out. Can Jay Gruden have a successful year? I don't know, because you just lost your best left tackle, Trent Williams, and you're replacing him with Donald Penn, who isn't all that great. Can the defense actually stay healthy? Because they lost Reuben Foster earlier in the offseason. I don't I don't think in Josh Norman he's one corner, but he didn't play well last year. You got Landon Collins. He's more down the box player. So I don't think the Redskins defense is gonna be that great. I don't know. You don't even know who your quarterback is, and that's a little scary for any team. Is it Colt McCoy? Is it Case Keenum, who had one great year in Minnesota? And honestly, if it wasn't for Diggs making... we all think it was Case Keenum. No, it was all Diggs that year. He's the one that broke the tackle and scored. It was a luck, and Keenum just never recovered after that game. Just not himself. But he's never been a great quarterback to begin with, in my opinion. The Browns, Baker Mayfield, Nick Chubb, Myles Garrett. We already know Odell Beckham and Jarvis is probably going to sit out. The corners are just, oh my gosh, what can you say? Shut down everywhere. Denzel Ward, Greedy Williams, who I'm looking forward to see how well he plays. Terrence Mitchell, TJ Carey. Really looking forward to it. I'm also looking to finally see Taki play for the first time in Mac Wilson from Alabama. I didn't really see Mac Wilson play a lot in Alabama, so I've been hearing good things on the radio about them. So I'm looking forward to see how well they improved, especially in the rushing defense. You brought in Sheldon Richards. I do apologize. Sheldon Richards and Olivier Vernon. So we'll see. I just think the Browns are all around better team. Freddie Kitchens, his first head coaching gig, starts tonight, so I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be a really good game. I'm gonna give the Browns the win here, beating the Redskins. I'm gonna think it's 24-13 Browns. Well, I'm giving them 11 points. And the final game I want to talk about is the Buccaneers and the Steelers, and that's tomorrow. Buccaneers, Bruce Arians, learning a whole new offense. Jameis Winston, you're on your contract year basically. Can you perform to their expectations? Can you be this franchise quarterback for the Buccaneers? Can the Buccaneers finally get a defense? We don't know. Todd Bowles, Todd Bowles is a great defensive coordinator. He's always been that great. Not great as head coach, but great as a defensive coordinator. But the Buccaneers, can they stay healthy? Can they have a secondary to hold off Drew Brees this season? We don't even know. Probably not. Lavonte David's out for some time. And Ndamukong Suh, how well can he play in this defense? We'll see. And then you got Pittsburgh trading up to number 10 to get Devin Bush from Michigan, who's from what I'm reading he's almost like another Ryan Shazier. Ryan Shazier, I hope he comes back. He's a great player. He helped that defense. Ben Roethlisberger, you don't have Bell, you don't have Brown anymore. You should be happy with Juju Smith-Schuster, who's honestly is your number one target. And James Conner, can he stay healthy? I know he had a ankle injury last year, so what is the Steelers gonna look like? I heard that they say that they're gonna be better this year. Really? Antonio Brown? You don't have him. No one could cover Brown. Yeah, he got double teamed a lot, but you still I don't see how the Steelers can be better. I just don't see it. But unfortunately, I can't give Bucks love here. I'm going to choose Pittsburgh to win the game. I'm going to say 17-14 Pittsburgh. Alright guys, so those are my top 5 picks of this week. Those are my predictions. Please hit that subscribe button and like button if you watch this video. I hope a lot of you do. It would definitely be very grateful. And also tell me your predictions down in the comments. What do you think about the teams I've mentioned? Love to talk to you. Definitely will respond. So without further ado, those are my picks, and I will definitely put up next week's top 5 picks and also review the scores that I've chose this week and see how well I did. So thank you for watching this video.
Stop recording button.